Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Okay, here we are. So it is what day is it? Today's I think the 10th. Yes, it's Wednesday the 10th of February 2021. Tomorrow is the new moon in Aquarius at 11:06 a.m. Pacific time. Eastern time it is 2:06 p.m. and then later on in the evening in Europe. So I love the fact that it is February 11th. That to me is a really strong, potent day in my own life. I was in India on February 11th, 2011, and just had a really transcendental experience that day. Also, we had stopped in Singapore on the way there, and it was Chinese New Year in Singapore. So I got to experience firsthand a real Chinese New Year, and it was just beautiful. And so we're going to be pulling a card for Chinese New Year, which is now February 12th. So it'll be Friday, February 12th, 2021. And we will be transitioning from the year of the rat into the year of the ox. But getting back to tomorrow's new moon in Aquarius, I got the message to grab, here we go, Rebecca Campbell, Starseed Oracle, okay, illustrated by Daniel Noel. We'll be using that. And the Star Oracle. I just got this. I'm so impatient. I probably should have done an unboxing. But anyway, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous tarot with an amazing book, and to one of my good friends, my soul sisters. So thank you for Basha for this beautiful gift. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to focus on the overall message for the new moon in Aquarius 2021 for us. Aquarius, connected to the galaxies, connected to the heavens, connected to the future, connected to innovation, technology. Yes. Connected to the Aquarian age. All the highest vibrations of Aquarius. What is our message for the new moon in Aquarius? Starting a new lunar cycle tomorrow. There's three. I'm just going to go for it, and let's see what we got. So, I'm going to go with the one on top as being first. Oh, child of the cosmos. This is gorgeous. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So, our first message for the new moon in Aquarius. Now, I'm really getting that, it's not just for tomorrow or a couple days afterward. Now, we all know the new moon is about new beginnings. And so it's a great time to be setting intentions. It's a great time to, especially, with Aquarius and it being Chinese New Year, we do have that dual new beginning kind of energy. And this one is a very potent new moon from what I understand and what I've heard. I feel the biggest reminder, though, is to remember that we are all children of the cosmos. That, I was in a lecture once where the spiritual teacher said, he's like, oh, we're all ETs. And so this is the kind of message that's coming through, though, is that to remember all of our star roots. This is a Starseed tarot. And so to remember all of our starseed roots, remember our star roots, remember where we came from. And the other thing is that I'm getting, 3 cards came out because we have multiple roots. Some of us are, Palladian, Syrian, you could be Lyran, you could even be some reptilian, whatever it is. That we're here to honor all of that. And I feel like there is soul retrieval that's going to happen for some of us. That we're going to be acknowledging, whether consciously or not, all of these different places in the cosmos, places in the heavens from which we whence have came, and that their wisdom will be able to begin being unlocked this next month. Okay, that's awesome. So, what goes with that? Oh, wow. I love this. This is such an Aquarian message. It's, You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Oh my gosh, this is like the total Aquarian message if there ever was one. The Aquarians, they march to the beat of their own drum. And I just love the fact, in some ways, when I first glanced at this, like to me, this oracle almost looks with this big blue robe like she's lying sideways. I don't have my glasses on, but it looked almost like I was seeing somebody lying sideways and levitating above the cliff here. And so, that's part of this, like we're not for everybody, embrace your weirdness. I'm doing this, I'm giving this message. This is not typically a mainstream thing. And this is, part of my own embracing my individuality and my free spirit of not living life the way that most of mainstream America lives it. And so this is beautiful for Aquarius because we are not only, as children of the cosmos, we're all equal as soul in relationship to source. And so we're going back to our soul selves as children of the cosmos to embrace our individuality as Aquarian beings. Yes, Aquarius is about humanity, but it's also about the quirkiness within each individual that makes up humanity. This is not about the homogenization of humanity. This is about the respect and the honoring and even like the good sense of humor about how different we are, but the acknowledgement and the holding space and the compassion and non-judgment that we have for those who are not like us. Also, too, I keep on feeling like in this portrayal, to me, it almost looks like she's on this cliff, and this part up here to me looks like the top of a spaceship. So it's like, oh, she's embracing her star sisters and brothers, but also too, like, just the fact that she's acknowledging it is part of her embracing who she is, her own individual knowingness about what this object is. So yeah, wow, yeah, this is like perfect. This is so perfect. Also, too, because there's been a lot, I feel, in the collective, there's been a lot of like, one way or the highway. And so this is bringing in so much more compassion and acknowledgement for the differences among each individual, whether you understand it or agree with it or not. Beautiful. I'm so happy to see this. And thirdly, star bathing. Oh, beautiful. Light body crystal grid transmission and activation. Whoa. Okay. I know there is definitely stuff going on astrologically. And just so you know, I know at one point, I think it's Mars and your Uranus are squaring. But there's just a lot that's going on. And what I'm feeling is this Aquarian new moon is bringing through some sort of activation. And obviously, right? But I'm trying to like tune in to what exactly it is. We are talking about the crystal grid and da-da-da-da-da. And I feel these activations are actually part of what is going to help us be, step more into our individuality. There's a lot. I'm still waiting to put out my one video that I made. So I did make a video about witch wounds. I guess since I'm announcing it publicly, I'm going to have to at least put it out very soon. I'll do my best to get it out in the next few days. The thing is about the witch wounds. That's what's coming up here for me. I know I've been feeling mine quite a bit. This Aquarian new moon, the new moon in Aquarius, what I'm feeling it's going to be addressing is such wounds, because Aquarius does allow us to love our quirkiness and love our eccentricities and our idiosyncratic natures, right? But still be part of the collective. Now, during the witch hunts, and we are astrologically under some aspects that we were under in 1692, which is the time of the Salem witch trials and the Salem witch arrests. So, what I'm feeling is we were not allowed in many lifetimes, whether you were a healer or a psychic or a medium or whatever or Reiki master, whatever you are practicing in this lifetime, or just a beautiful being of light, a 5-dimensional being, that we are at this place where some witch wounds are being triggered, and certainly I have been feeling that personally. And I can feel my heart just talking about it. So yes, definitely. And so part of that was we had to conform, where everybody had to believe in the exact same thing. And if not, you are a heretic, right? And so this is heresy got you killed. Believe me, I can attest to that 1,000,000 times over. So to stray from the norm was to be a heretic. This is reminding us that we are not for everyone, that we are individuals, that we have eccentricities, that we have belief systems that are different. Whether they're right, wrong, as long as we harm no one, so be it. And this is a measure of healing for those of us who have suffered under being executed as heretics and witches, to be able to break out of the mold now, to break the rules and be ourselves, while of course harming none. So the activations that we are going to receive from being under the stars, and I would highly encourage you, and I know I have people from all over the world watching these. So whether you're down under or in South Africa or in the Northern Hemisphere, South America, I know my friends that are sending me unbelievable photos from New York that's just gorgeous. They look like, a Currier and Ives Christmas card with all the snow. But even if you can go out for a minute or two under the stars, even if they're clouds, tomorrow, February 11th, or through the 13th, and just get a little bit of the activation of the stars. This is part of the transmission that is coming through from the higher realms, and I'm getting from the galactics, because the galactics, of course, are directly are what's ruled under Aquarius, are directly related to the sign of Aquarius. And so this is an evolution, a group soul evolution of our planet, to be healing these old witch wounds, these healer wounds, these heresy wounds. And also too, there's if you know human design, I'm pretty sure I'm a 5-1, and I know that is part of the heretic code. So, if you know your human design, and if you have that, I'm getting we'll really all be getting a definite healing from this, a definite transmission from this, and a crystal DNA activation. Okay, so those are the 3 about the Aquarius, and I have to say that this star tarot fell out, so let's see what this is. Oh my gosh, interesting. The 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups, she is looking at what has been lost. And so this is people that have been caught up in the old, DNA witch wound patterning, looking at what we've lost lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. But there's 2 cups behind, and they've got the butterfly on them, and we've got the butterfly rainbow, and the butterflies are the 7 chakras here. So what this is telling me is this light code DNA activation that is going to help to heal and raise our frequency around the old heresy witch wounds. This is a huge transformational point to begin the year of the ox in the Chinese New Year. And I'm just seeing a lot of like chakra. I mean, with the chakra colors here, right? The butterflies, like the chakras are going to get like that 5th dimensional upgrade if you already have received it. And if you already have received that, what I'm seeing and I'm getting is that you're just going to go up to the higher frequencies. So you might be receiving 10th dimensional upgrades to your chakra system. And I mean, they're only portraying the 7 chakras here, but I'm getting a minimum of the 12 chakras. So that will include the soul star, the stellar gateway, and the earth star, and the thymus, the higher heart, and the ultra major. I'm also getting some xiphoid stuff, so it could even be 13 chakras. Okay. So just know that. But this is about how we as humanity, with those of us who've been in this patterning of showing up as healers, of witches, of mediums, of midwives, of free spirits, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, we're just like, oh gosh, I open up my mouth, I say something different that's not following the party line, and I'm going to end up dead again. And that's not true, because the 2 cups back here are showing us, look. And look at these 2 cups. Look at that stem on that chalice and this stem on this chalice. Oh, what does that look like? It looks like the number 11. There are 2 of them. What is the date tomorrow? It is 2/11. So, not only is it the astrological code, but it's the numerology code that is helping to bring through these higher frequencies. And I'm just getting I'm feeling Archangel Metatron around me now. And he's associated with the number 11, and he's associated with the Akashic records. So there is this big healing for humanity that will be happening tomorrow. And it's not, I feel like, if you can't do a little prayer or go out under the stars tomorrow night, don't freak out. Just know, especially if you're seeing this video, we set the intention for everyone who doesn't even have to watch it, that if it's in their frequency and it's for their best and highest good, that we all receive the upgrades that are for our best and highest good and the best and highest good of all, especially individually and as a collective, regarding healing the heresy and the witch wound and the healer wound, so that we can move forward into really embodying our own truth without having to hide. This is the thing, appreciating our weirdness, right? Appreciating that we are different as long as we harm none. This is the Aquarian way. This is how we transcend in 2021, the 5-year, the number of the throat chakra. This is how we transcend all the old patternings and heal them in this year. And the interesting thing that I'm getting is, I can tell you from my own personal experience that I have been hung in so many lifetimes for being a witch. And so it's the neck. Anybody who's been hung or guillotined, my guides are really candid. We're going to call a spade a spade. So if you've been hung, you've been guillotined. If you've been, I think it's called garroted. If anything, suffocated, right? Anything's happened to the neck, these neck injuries are going to, and it's so beautiful at the beginning of the year, these neck injuries, and the physical neck injuries and any of the latent traumatized DNA within is going to go crystalline. Okay? So beautiful. I love that. I just love it, love it, love it. Okay. And I am going to quickly pull a card for the Year of the Ox. And so, my Year of the Ox cards, I grabbed the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. I really was drawn to this because the Chinese New Year is based on a lunar calendar. So I was like, ooh, Moonology, yes, that's what Spirit was guiding me to. And I'm so excited. Oh, and so the year of the ox. So the year of the ox. I'm actually an ox. I was born in 1961. 1961. Anybody born in 1961? We are metal oxes, which is yin. Metal yin ox. Now, 2021 is exactly the same. So finally, all the years later, we are back to metal yin ox. The other years are, I believe, 73, 85, 97, and 2009. So if you were born in, or your kids were born, or your grandchildren were born any of those years, they are all oxes, but they are not under the element of metal. They'll be under, I think, the element of water. A lot of them are under water. So just know that. But anybody who is born in 1961 and now to be born in 2021, they are exactly the same. We are all metal yin oxes. Now, ox was number 2 because it worked with the rat. The rat, is said to have tricked the ox because he asked the ox if he could ride on him to the party because he wanted to be number 1. And so, yes, the rat does jump off the ox, and he does end up being number 1 in the Chinese zodiac. However, ox is number 2. They're known for their loyalty, for their hard work, for being gentle. Sometimes they like to be the power behind the throne, and so just know that these are, and it's an ox is plotting. It's one step at a time. But notice that out of all the animals, ox was actually the fastest one. The rat was just a little bit more clever. But the ox had the opportunity to say no to the rat and not help. And instead, he decided to create a team and to help the rat along. So, and I do like the fact, number 2 is the number of partnership. So he was number 2 to the party. Okay. And so let's see. What is our message for the year of the ox? What is our message for the year of the ox? What's our message for the year of the ox? Our message for the year of the ox. Oh, that came right out. Oh, how funny. Okay. So, we've got the new moon in Gemini as our message for the year of the ox. So I do absolutely adore this. Communication is key. To me, ox energy usually isn't about communication, but feel into that. What I do feel is that we were just talking about this big transmission of the crystalline DNA doing the healing of the old heretic witch wounds. Okay? Communication is key. So I am definitely feeling that here during the year of the ox, it's working in tandem with this Aquarius New Moon, in particular this year, to be able, in this 5-year, in 2021, to truly be able for us to embody so much more of our own truth and to speak it, to actually communicate without fear of expressing our own individuality. And that has been something that we know has been, we've got that South Node in Sagittarius, which is people about their belief systems. And it's, in its lowest vibration, it's dogma. And so this is the opportunity to rise out of dogma and to be compassionate and listening to others' communications with an open heart, as long as their communications are harming none. So I'm feeling too, there's something that they keep on drawing me back to the twin energy about, the new moon in Gemini. I'm not sure when that is. I don't have my calendar out here. But just know that there's going to be another perk. Oh, interesting. So it feels like, we're going back to the star bathing transmission here. So with the star bathing transmission here, We're going to get a good shot of it right now, tomorrow, on February 11th. But the second part of it is actually going to be the new moon in Gemini. You know, I have my phone here. I'm going to just quickly Google it. Hey Siri, new moon in Gemini, date 2021. Okay, looks like the new moon in Gemini is, guess what, June 10th. So yeah, that's awesome, isn't it? So it's almost exact. What would that be? So that would be March, April, May, June. So almost exactly 4 months to tomorrow's date. So the twin energy here, the twin energy is doing is that we're going to also be receiving a message on the new moon in Gemini on June 10th, 2021, as almost like a second part or a second upgrade to the original transmission of healing the throat chakra, healing the witch wound. So just know that these two are coming in. It's like two pieces, like other things that are going on in our world, right? But anyway, in this beautiful energy. Also, too, the year of the ox is metal yin, and so yin is the divine feminine. These twins on this card are both female. So I do feel there will also be, it's interesting too, they both look Palladian to me for some reason. I'm feeling like, who knows, there may be more of us who are going to be downloading messages from the Pleiades. And also too, I do feel like there's going to be another, like another upgrade or shot of divine feminine energy, bringing even more balance into, and also the communication style of the divine feminine, which includes using our intuition, speaking from intuition, and respecting facts, but also combining the facts, the mind, the head, with the heart. Gemini is about facts, right? Knowing your facts, and the North Node is in Gemini. The Gemini is asking questions to find out the truth. It's finding out the facts. This is telling us, though, to also follow our intuition at the same time. Does that fact sound true? Right? This is the question. Starting with the year of the ox, does that fact sound true? And it, going back to the heart. And interestingly enough, of course, Gemini is an air sign, just like Aquarius. And Gemini is the next air sign, in line after Aquarius. And then I'm feeling too, because our third air sign, which would be Libra, more than likely the new moon in Libra is sometime around October 10th. That will be there may possibly even be a third kind of transmission download. Okay, let's see. Are we complete? I think so. So anyway, thank you all so much. And if you liked it, like and share it. And I will see you next time. Many, many blessings. Namaste. Bye.